Right, I think we will get started, everybody. Welcome along to another Tuesday session. Tonight, I thought I would change it up a little bit, and we're going to play a game. So that's going to be the main part of our session today. What I actually didn't mention in the email is that there are going to be additional things within the main session, but we'll explain all after the warm-up. We've much got same warm-up this evening, maybe a wee bit extended, but we're working through movement flow again. So if you can find your way up onto your feet if you're not already there, and we will begin the session with 10 good mornings. Okay, so hands on hips and hinging at the hips for 10. So feeling it all the way up the hamstrings, taking your time, pushing that bum backwards towards the wall for 10. And then coming down onto the floor into our half kneeling position, leg out straight. It can be whatever leg you want. 10 thoracic rotations to that side with the leg that is straight. Bending at the elbow, so leading with the elbow and then opening up with the hand at the top of that position. And then swapping over to the other side when you are done the first side. And then from there, this might be quite a tricky movement. It's okay if it's a bit kind of, you kind of fumble through it, but we're going to try and move into like a low Cossack squat from there. So basically, you might need to adjust, but we're just going to move ourselves from side to side using the support of the hands and just taking 10. So just moving your way across the floor. You can really take time to bend into that one side, stretching and bringing that toe up to face the ceiling. So just 10 of these in total. And then come down onto your sides for the next one. Again, it doesn't really matter what side you start with. And as long as the top knee is bent and on the floor, other leg is out straight, we're going to come into our windmills for 10. So opening all the way up and round. You choose if you want to windmill the hand all the way back to the start, or you could just take it along the top again. Whatever you have room for, but try and get that full opening out to the side, that nice twist in the spine as well. For 10 on one side, and then swap over to the other side once you've done 10. So working through that, just opportunity to open the chest there. And then once you've done that, just come into a cross-legged seat when you are ready. Okay, next one we're going to take is 20 of these. We're bringing our hands up to the air, and then we're just rotating and tapping the hands in front and behind. So nice rotation with the body, and that's what's helping us get our arms back and forward. So 20 of those in total. And then once you've done that, stay in the seated position. We're going to work through 30 pulses in each direction. So thumbs facing up to start off with. So 30 pulses, thumbs pointing up to the roof. Nice small movement, keeping that neck nice and long, ears away from the shoulders. And then keeping the arms there, but tilting the thumbs forward. So 30 pulses forward. And then last one is pulses with thumbs facing down the way. Good work. And then we're going to come round into our lunge position, so our low lunge position. Any foot you want up at the start and just taking 10 rocks forward and backwards, working into that hip. And then swapping over, 10 rocks on the other side. And then back to the original side, we're going to take those lunge twists, so reaching to the back of the room, 5 on each side. And then once you've done that, coming into our last one, grabbing your juice bottles. I'm just going to quickly grab mine. For our seated hip hurdles, remember 10 heel taps over the bottle. Nice tall, strong upper body. So 10 taps. And then I will just go over this session plan, as it might take a little bit of explaining today. So I think I'm allowed to share the screen here, so this might help us a wee bit. Bear with me as I figure this out technically. I do know how to share the screen, but I'm not entirely sure how to keep me in picture as well, so we'll figure it out. Okay. I mean, potentially you can still see me. I think we can. Okay. Not hugely important if you can't see me. I think. Bear with, guys. Cool. Right, can you just give me a thumbs up if you can actually still see me, please? Or any indication? Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. Perfect, guys. Okay, so tonight's session, our main session is a little bit different. We are working on strength exercises, but I've done it in a bit of a different format. So tonight is going to be completely personalized to you. You're going to be working through the numbers based on your date of birth. So if you'd seen my example, I will be working through 23/07/1995. There's an overshare for you. I do welcome birthday presents when July comes around. But basically what I would do, I'm just going to explain it very quickly, is I would just work through each individual number based on my birth date. So starting with 2, I would do 6 each leg of single leg lateral bounce, and then I would go into 3, the shoulder taps, then 0, overhead squats, 7, tricep dips, and then finishing off with the last 4 digits. So we have 1995, so 1995, and whatever exercises go with those. Now, that's the whole premise of the session, really. We are going to be working through each number together. So I'm going to try and wait for most people to finish their exercise, and we'll take a little bit of a rest before we go on to the next one. That way we're all kind of in the same place. Now, I'll just quickly go over the exercises if we need it. I said you guys might need like a bar or a resistance band or a broomstick tonight. So if you don't have those yet, now's your opportunity to grab them. I'm also going to do the same because I forgot mine. So 2 seconds. Okay, right, very organized. So if you haven't got those, grab them now, whatever you've chosen to do this evening. Now, our first exercise, if you have a 0, is 15 overhead squats. So you can use the band, tighten it between the hands, put it overhead, and then take 15 overhead squats. We've done these before. We've probably done it with something like a bar. You're going to do exactly the same as we always do with that one. Now we have 8 each leg, single leg deadlifts. Again, we're very well versed in this one. Hinging at the hips on that single leg and bringing it all the way up and back down. Now you can touch your toe down after you've taken 1 rep if you need to stabilize, okay? Then we have the single leg lateral bounds. So these are our athletic bounds. So you're going to take, bear with, I've actually told you the wrong exercise. Single leg lateral bounds are, so if you have a band or a bar, I want you to put it in a straight line on the floor, and you're going to take 6 hops on each side along, basically over the thing you're using as a straight line. So bounding side to side over the line, if that makes sense. And then we have shoulder taps, so in plank position, nice and stable, 20 shoulder taps. Then we have lateral hop and stick, which is what I thought the other one was. And that's just taking off of the single leg, landing on the single leg and holding. And I believe it is just 8 in total on that one. And then we have bent over row. Again, if you have your resistance band, just put it underneath your feet, make it nice and tight. And then we're rowing the elbows in to the side, bringing it all the way up. This is very chaotic, I'd like to apologise. Then we have 10 push-ups, tricep dips. You can actually do them from the floor, but if you have something near you, like a chair, you can use that and just do them from here. And then we have lunges. So you can choose to do them forward or backwards, whatever you prefer. And then pipe slides. So you might need a slidey floor for this, and if you don't, that's okay. But I'm just going to quickly take my shoes off for this. So on the floor, starting off in plank position, and you're going to slide your feet in towards you as far as you can, and then slide them back out to plank position. So that is our pipe slides. So those are our exercises, guys. Just thought I'd quickly go over them. But like I said, we're going to be working through each individual number together. You're just all going to be doing something slightly different. And I'll be working with you on this one. Are there any questions? I've probably overwhelmed you. Are we all good? Amazing. Okay, I'm just going to see if I can see more people than I can right now. 2 seconds. So get yourself set up, guys. And based on the people I can see on the screen right now, I'll try and time it so that we all have the same amount of rest. Okay, guys. So exercises are up on the screen along with their number that are attached to them. Let's get going. So get yourself ready to go. Pick what number you're starting on based on the first number of your date of birth. So I'm going to be starting off with single leg lateral bounds. Okay, everybody. So get what you need. We're going to start in 10 seconds. Okay. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Good work. Okay. So some of us are going to take a little bit longer just based on the exercises, so don't worry about it. And we'll move on to the next exercise in 30 seconds. So 30 seconds before we go again. So make sure you have a look at your number, -3. So I've got 20 shoulder taps. So 20 shoulder taps for me. And we are going in 10 seconds. Getting ready for the next number in 5, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Okay, and we are going to go in, I think we will go 30 seconds from now. I'm just trying to gauge it based on the people that are doing the single leg stuff, so it might change as we go through. We might have a bit more rest at some points in time. So next number, I'm going on 0, so 15 overhead squats for me. 15 seconds to go. Okay. In 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Good work, those of you on overhead squats, keeping that bar just above the crown of your head, looking forward. Okay, and we will go 40 seconds from now. So 40 seconds until we go into the next number. My next number is 7. So I will be doing tricep dips for this one. So remember, if you don't have anything near you and you're on tricep dips, you can do them on the floor. It's just you're not going to make it as far. Okay, going in 20 seconds. Okay, in 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Good job, everyone. Trying based on what I can see to figure out birthdays, but I don't think I'm doing a very good job. Okay, we have 30 seconds to go before we go on to the next one. So we're now on to the year. And I think most of you are going to be born in the 2000s. I have a funny feeling, so it might just be me that's working on the 1. So I am on single leg deadlift, right? Okay, guys, going in 10. So first number of the year, 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. And taking 40 seconds rest there, so going in 40 seconds. We are almost there. I've got a double number next, unlucky for me, so I've got 9 and then straight into 9 afterwards. Okay, guys. In 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Good work. Nice overhead squats from you all there. You're all so young. I do know there's people in there that is going to have a 19-something birthday, so I don't feel too alone here. Okay, we are going in 30 seconds. So on to our second last number. Like I said, mine's the same, so I'm doing 9 again, 10 pike slides. Okay. In 10, 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Good work. Nice job, everyone. 40 seconds until we go on to the last number. Last number for me is 5, so I'm on to 15 bent over rows for the last one. Going in 30 seconds. Okay. 10 seconds. Our last exercise of this block. 5, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Good work, everybody. And once you're done, just take a quick seat. I am actually going to leave the numbers up on the screen because we are not, in fact, done with them yet. I hope you guys have your thinking caps on this evening, because to finish off tonight before we go into stretches, we do have a small quiz for you, but we're going to be using the numbers to answer my questions, okay? Now you just answer it whatever you think, and I will tell you afterwards what the number was, okay? You can punish yourself if you get it wrong, but I think I've picked fairly easy ones. So just to let you know, if the answer is, I will tell you how many numbers I'm looking for in the answer. So if it's a single number, I'll often get you to put 0 in front of it, so it'll be 0 something. But I will let you know as we go along. Same exercises, so we're just working off what we have on the screen. But are we all happy? Have we all got our brains on? Mine's certainly been switched off for the last 6 months, so okay. We're going to start off with an easy one. I hope you all know this, but I would like 2 numbers, and it is the date, so the actual day of Easter. So the day of Easter, I'm looking for 2 numbers here, and so the day of Easter, I will give you a clue. It is in fact in the month of April, so I don't know if that'll help you at all. So the day, nice job guys, so far so good. So the day of Easter, and you just have to answer with the numbers on the screen that correspond with the exercises. We are doing well so far. I have a feeling everyone might be watching each other here, but I'm hoping you know based on the Easter eggs. Amazing. Cool. Okay. For everyone that is in my screen right now, I can in fact see that you've got that right, so that is good. Okay. So let me just make my screen bigger. I want to see more of these here. Okay, so the answer for that one, so remember, you don't need to tell me what the answer is in the chat, just do the exercises and I can see what answers you're doing. So the answer for that one was in fact the 4th of April, so 04. So I think most of you got that right, but I would expect you to. So next one, this might be a little tricky. How many eggs are in a baker's dozen? How many eggs are in a baker's dozen? I'm looking for 2 numbers here. How many eggs are in a baker's dozen? Again, so far so good. The next one might be slightly different. Good job, everyone. And just don't worry about taking your time in these exercises. We're still doing the exercises properly, remember that? But so far, we are correct. Who dares to do the next number? So how many eggs are in a baker's dozen? Okay. Oh, we have split the room on this one. We have split the room. Okay. So the answer we were looking for, how many eggs are in a baker's dozen? It's a bit of a trick question. There's actually 13 eggs in a baker's dozen. So there's not actually 12, there are 13. So we were very much split on that one. You know what? I'm bringing you trivia knowledge this evening as well. So there you go. Next one, I am looking for the month that Father's Day falls in. So we are looking for 2 numbers here. The month that Father's Day falls in. Good start with the overhead squats for the high majority of you there. And the next number. Good job, nice one. Excellent work, everyone. That's quite promising as well. Okay, so the month I was looking for was June, which is the 6th month of the year. So I was looking for 06. So I think you were actually all right there, which is good. All right, last one this evening before we head into the stretches. I'm looking for 3 numbers this time. And I want to know what Usain Bolt's world record 100-meter time was. So I'm looking for 3 numbers here. Usain Bolt's 100-meter world record time. No Googling, please. So remember, guys, just do the exercises. No need to let me know, because of course I do know. I've got the answers right here. And that is fine. So 3 numbers. Good job, guys. I think we all might actually know this answer based on the fact if you've seen the conversation, if you've seen the chat, so I'll allow that. So working through those exercises that make up Usain Bolt's world record time. Okay, we do have a mixed bag here. Not everybody's doing the same thing. Good, good. Okay. So I will just give everyone a chance to finish off the last exercise of that trio. Okay, so the answer I was looking for that question, the numbers I needed were 9.58. So 9.58 was the time that Usain Bolt ran 100 meters for the world record. Guys, well done. You probably weren't expecting quiz questions within our workout session tonight, but I really did change it up tonight. So I hope you enjoyed that, but let's get in the stretches. We don't want to miss them out. So I'll stop sharing my screen and then we will put ourselves back up. Okay, guys, last final bit. If you've stayed, thank you so much. So I thought we would do something slightly different. So we're actually going to start off on the floor. We're going to start off in our pretzel stretch. So we're going to take the left leg. We're going to tuck that left foot just near the right glute. Now we're going to stack the right leg on top and just adjust yourself. If you can't get your feet kind of all the way back without your hip coming up, just move them slightly out so that you can just sit down on both glutes there. And then once we're in a comfortable position, we're just going to walk our hands forward as much as you can to feel a stretch there. So don't worry if the knees aren't stacking on top of each other. So just working into the hips. I think we did a lot of work there in that main part of the session, a lot of lower body exercises. So getting a nice stretch even into the glutes as well. And then just quickly walk the hands back up to the body. We're going to swap the legs over. And the right one is now on the bottom, left one on top. Again, adjust your position to what's comfortable and then walk the hands out in front. And then walk the hands back in towards the body. So next one, we're going to come round into a kneeling position to start off with. This is going to be a bit of a tricep stretch, so just bear with me whilst I talk us into the position. You're going to ground both elbows down onto the floor, and you're going to drop yourself back almost into kind of a child's pose. And I want you to bring your hands to the back of your neck. So mine are in just a bit of a prayer pose here. So elbows ground down into the ground, body, chest towards the floor, and then my hands are coming just to kind of the top of my spine or the base of my neck. And if you want to do this stretch and get a bit more out of it, you can usually raise your elbows. So if there's a thing like a block or books or anything you want to put your elbows on to make it higher, you can get a bit more of a stretch out of that. And then just walk the hands back into a tabletop position. We're actually going to come up onto our feet, and we're going to take that split, that standing kind of split position, and it's basically kind of our runner stretch. So I've got my fingertips on the floor, legs spaced out. Remember, the more that front foot is away from the back, the more we're getting a stretch down the calf. So allow the heel just to melt down towards the floor. So don't push it there, just let it relax down there. Mine is actually slightly off of the floor, you can probably see. So a little bit of a calf stretch. And then step that foot, back foot forward, and we're just going to swap them over. So bring in the other foot back as far as you want. And a little bit longer here before we move out of the position. Okay, and then gently place that foot back. Take a little moment here, and then we are done for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. I hope you enjoyed the session, and I will see you at the weekend. Have a lovely week.